2, 1. Yo, 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 yo. Shit. Welcome to the Druzy and Echo Show. We are here with What the Hell, Nick?
NMG, man.
Jen is a minority. NMG, I'm a minority. Once again on the podcast.
Yeah.
Happy belated Juneteenth to everybody. So, before we really get into it, there's a question that I've just been dying to ask both of you guys all week. So, hypothetically, if there was a guy who could put an end to all of the gang violence in Los Angeles, would you be okay if he beat his wife without consequence?
Make you put an end to all the gang violence?
Yes.
Hey, yo. Yo, that's a crazy question. But it comes with grand stipulations.
You know, it just as needed. It's not like he's beating her every day.
It's kind of like the greater good, you know.
You know, that's kind of how I feel.
But like, you know, a hero would say, you can't save many lives by sacrificing one, because that's a hero mindset.
But an anti-hero, which is a much more realistic character.
But like, you know, everybody got skeletons in the closet.
Yeah. So, all right. Now, I'm not saying that Kendrick Lamar beats his wife. I actually think that he doesn't. But if he did, we would be okay with it.
They say Martin Luther King was a cheater.
Yeah.
Hey, he was cheating on his wife, a white woman.
Yeah, he was fucking
He was fucking the white woman.
You know, it's
and look
integration.
What he did. he did great things. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he did integration. You know, the FBI, FBI like had that dirt on him, and then Coretta, I believe, found out because the FBI mailed the shit to her house and was like, "Hey, this is your husband fucking piping down Becky over here." Mm, yeah, that shit was crazy. He was getting blackmailed like a motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
So Nick is a rapper. We went to high school with Nick. I don't know if I ever spoke a word to you until today. But nice to meet you.
I'm pretty sure, because I definitely remember having not like super deep conversations, but I definitely remember saying stuff to you because we've been around the same people.
Yeah, we.
But it wasn't like, "What's up with you, bro? How you been?" Type of thing. Yeah.
When did you graduate?
2015, but I was originally 2014.
Okay, we probably had some classes together.
You're 29?
Probably. Yeah, about to be in August.
Ooh, we all get old in this.
We get old as shit, bro. Like,
Shit.
real.
Man, yeah.
So you went out to what you do out in Cali recently?
Oh, I did a show. So it was this little showcase thing I did for forgot what their name was. It's a radio group based in Florida, but they do shows in Atlanta, Texas, and Cali every year. So it was like a big, like 200 artist showcase.
You was fitted.
Major labels was there. Oh yeah, it had to be.
I seen it. You was fitted.
I had to match the beamer too, man. Yeah, I had to. But yeah, it was cool though. It was a good experience. It made me actually want to move out there. So that's actually a plan. I'm gonna go out there networking for like a whole year or two with me and my girl, since she do hair. So we're gonna try to get our businesses all around the country.
That's a good place for that shit.
Definitely.
We thought there was a point in time when we were thinking about moving to LA, and then
Like, that's expensive as shit.
well, not even that. It's a crazy city. I go out there for work a lot, and it's a fucking very interesting city. It'd be hard to live in, but if you're an artist, man, it's like a cheat code living in LA.
Yeah, for sure. You never know who you're running into.
They're so like Miami's kind of getting there, but for real, it's like New York and LA, and
Hollywood,
LA at the top. It's like everybody lives out there, man. Everybody lives out there. So when did you get started in music?
when I was young as hell, shit, like 9. I started off making beats. I was in the choirs doing plays and shit. And then just one day I was just like, I can really rap. I just don't be taking it serious. And I just started writing shit down and it was over with.
What's going on with you right now?
I can't find my fucking Pepsi.
Oh. It's right here, bro.
It was right next to me.
Yo.
Oh my god.
Nah, he really had the Pepsi. Yo, that's crazy.
I don't want to talk.
So yeah, you produce all your tracks.
Yep. Okay, so yes and no. So a lot of right now I'm making I haven't made a beat since like 2017. I maxed myself out. I made like 200 beats in like a month span. And I literally it was getting so repetitive. I'm like, bro, I gotta stop. So I've been stopped since I moved back because I was in Texas when I was doing that. And then so ever since then, I've just been buying beats or using it from people that I also produce with. But I'm starting to get back on that shit. But originally, it was all produced by me. Everything was owned by me.
This is hard, man. I put my hand in it. And, I definitely co-produced a couple of my tracks, but straight out producing, I can't say I've ever done that. That's really good.
We were just talking about I'm a paycheck away from getting Ableton. I'm really excited about that shit. But I'm gonna be making like electronic music and shit.
Facts. Hell yeah.
But this is one of the things, Cameron, where you at? This is one of the things you motherfuckers I like about niggas. Niggas are rappers. Nick like raps.
Yeah,
you don't hear a lot of people actually rap anymore.
Man.
But Nick raps.
Yeah. Enunciates his words.
Words,
yeah.
clever wordplay, multisyllabic rhyme scheme.
We gotta do a track together.
Bro, we've been what we needed to do.
My studio right in the other room.
Oh God. Thanks, man. But so
yeah, man, you don't and I think I've said this to you before because I know you from social media. I follow you on social media. And it's like, dude, actually be spitting. I used to, spit a little something back in my day. But
you was hard.
No, that's what I like. I like the lyrical shit. I like when people like really come up and I mean, I like a lot of shit, but I like when people like really get in there and spit some bars.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
like you're on a cypher or something, but just for a whole song.
Oh yeah,
that's the shit. So. Did you grow up in O'Fallon?
No, so I'm originally if we want to be super, super technical, I'm really from East St. Louis, but as a kid, I grew up in Springfield.
Illinois?
Yeah, so I ended up moving to East St. Louis when I was in like first, second grade. I lived out there pretty much almost like half my childhood. I didn't go to O'Fallon until like third, fourth grade. But I was still living in East St. Louis when I was going to O'Fallon.
Yeah, like a family member in the
just changed my little postal code, and then I finally moved because I was getting in too much trouble. Yeah. So my mom was like, "I'm gonna move you to O'Fallon." So everybody that knows me from O'Fallon thinks I'm really from O'Fallon. I'm like, nah. Just the kids who were kids back when I was going to school in East St. Louis don't remember me.
Yeah. That's what I was confused about it because I knew you've posted some things about living in East St. Louis now, so I was pretty sure you lived in East St. Louis. I didn't know if you like grew up there or if you like relocated there.
Yeah.
Did you go to school? Did you ever go to school with Comethazine?
Yeah, I went to school with Frankie.
He's a lot younger than us. Now that I think about it, but
yeah,
I think he's like 4 years.
I remember him.
I remember him
from like elementary school or some shit, but I definitely didn't go to high school with him.
Nah,
but I remember him for sure because he used to remind me of this other. I used to think him and this other dude was related. So I was like, that's gotta be your brother or something.
That dude's like the biggest troll.
He's a funny motherfucker, man.
He's great.
He's a funny. I worked with him. The first time I met Comethazine, I was on acid. And so it was I was selling weed. So him and Dre called me up to get some weed, and they were over at Frankie's house. So I go over to Frankie's house and I'm tripping balls, like selling him weed, and I'm just sitting there being like mad quiet because I'm on acid or some shit. And then out of nowhere, bro just looks over at me and is like, "You sketchy as fuck, bro." I'm gonna call you Sketchy White. You call me Sketchy White
forever.
Fucking the end of time.
Dude,
call me Sketchy White.
One of the first times I met him, the dude pulled a 22 out of sock and was like, "You want to buy this?" I'm like, no. I don't even know you like that yet, dude.
Oh, man, that motherfucker probably dirty or something.
I'm like, I don't want to buy that, bro. Pull it out his sock, dude. Like big black Nike socks on. I couldn't tell it was in there.
We worked at a car dealership together. And he was like, it was like a thing because he called me and was like, "Hey, you think you could get me on at the car dealership?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, man." And I was kind of like, I don't know if like the 9-to-5 life is for this guy, but I'm gonna go ahead and vouch for him because I don't really give a fuck about this job.
Right.
And so Frankie comes in, he works there for like 2 months or so, and he comes in late one day, and the boss like gripes him about being late, and he's like, "Bitch, I'm Comethazine. Fuck this job," and then just walks out.
Hey, no cap. Hey,
He's not lying though. He's Comethazine. Fuck this job.
It worked out for him.
It definitely worked out for him.
That's an interesting character, man. I miss that dude.
Yeah.
He's funny as shit.
Hey.
He's funny as shit.
So you ain't seen him since he blew?
I saw him once. He came by the car dealership when I was still working there. And he had, I forget what he was driving.
The Mustang.
No, he wasn't driving the Mustang. He was driving I think it was that like orange camo Dodge Charger that he has. And we used to have to go up to the, because I detailed cars, and we used to have to, whenever they'd sell a car, you used to have to go fill it up with gas. And I go up to the gas station, and there's fucking Frankie. And yeah, I've talked to him a few times, but I haven't seen him since he's gone out there. We've talked about like me going out there and visiting him, but it was just time.
After he signed at Alamo, he pulled up on me when I was living in Fairview. No. I was living in O'Fallon at my ex-girlfriend's dad's house. And he was out of town at the time, and he pulled up and played his album before he dropped it. And that was it was the one that had that like poppy song he made. I can't remember the name of it now. This was quite a while ago.
The one about fucking Demi Lovato.
No.
I just wanna fuck Demi. On her titties.
That was fire.
Yo,
He really do make trophies.
that shit
He
is
was
fun.
control, but to the core. To the core. Like, sometimes it was kind of hard going, like, out places with them, because he would just, like, I don't want to say pick on random people, but he would fuck with them so hard that you're almost like,
I remember one time me, him, Dre, and Lawrence went to Denny's.
oh, God.
And it was a disaster, bro. This poor fucking waiter just had it in for him, bro. And I'm sitting there like, I'm like kind of embarrassed. And they didn't tip him, so I left the guy like a $30 tip. And
God damn.
yeah, shit was crazy. He's one of those guys, like, if you're gonna hang out with him, you gotta kind of like surrender, you know, because he's basically gonna take you for a ride. And if you
Gotcha.
challenge that, it's just not gonna be any fun at all.
Gotcha.
But very like not surprising that he's a famous person. He's got like especially in 2024, he's got like a very famous.
Yeah.
Like the early 2000s, that shit wouldn't have. They would have thought he was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I want to see him in a movie.
He's making movies
Yeah,
now.
I want to see him.
Yeah.
I think his character would be very entertaining on the screen.
It's because have you seen any of the previews?
I have.
He plays himself.
Yes.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
That would kind of be like the Jay and Silent Bob thing. Like no matter what movie they were in, they were always Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah. So what were your musical influences growing up? I know that's kind of like a broad question.
No, the crazy part is I can really answer that though. Like my inspirations growing up was definitely not what everybody else wanted. So I listened to like the old school rap. Like I listened to Nas. It's crazy because I fuck with Weezy, I fuck with all of them, but it's not my style of rap. Like punchline rap really isn't for me. But like let's say current times, like G Herbo is somebody I can actually feel. You know what I'm saying? Like Mos Def.
Most Def is hard as fuck,
Man, like
him
so
and Nas,
fucking
like,
underrated.
even though Nas is in like the GOAT debate, he's still criminally underrated. He's a
Fuck
lyricist. He might be the best of all time.
He's got arguably one of the greatest albums ever.
And possibly the best diss track ever.
Literally.
He's got that song where he raps backwards, like he tells the story backwards.
Dead ass. He even got he got a song where he raps about a gun. He raps about his gun, and it's like the way he's rapping, you think he's talking about a person.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. He's awesome.
Yeah, I came up like when I first got into music, it was like Eminem, 50 Cent,
I was a huge MVP.
Yeah, I definitely fuck with him heavy, bro.
Dipset. I listened to Dipset a lot when I was younger.
See, I was in the Screamo.
Yo, I heard that name is so long.
30 Seconds to Mars, fucking
Yo,
Linkin Park, kind of like
I
all
listened
rock.
I listened to a lot of that shit too. See, because I was ever since I could remember, I've been into rap.
Mhm.
So I grew up in Champaign until I was like 8 or 9. And I lived in Swansea when I was in 2nd grade, and I used to listen to, what's the hip hop station? 104.1? Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was listening to 104.1. And y'all remember that song Soldier by...
What is it? Beyonce and Lil Wayne?
There's a soldier in here.
That's Destiny's Child, Lil Wayne and T.I.
And they played that song like on repeat on the radio.
Oh, yeah,
bro. They overplayed.
My dad still plays that song.
They overplayed the fuck out of it, bro.
Yeah.
It was like, I remember one time I was riding in the car with my dad and they played that song. Went to a commercial. When they got back from the commercial, they played that song again. And I was like, fuck this shit. Change the channel. And then we changed the channel to 94.7, I think. And I got really into classic rock for years. Miss Drake's come up, Miss Wayne's big come up. Like when Lollipop came out, I was just so anti-rap at the time that I wasn't even like willing to fucking give it a chance. And then I think when it was either Wiz Khalifa or Drake that got me back into it.
Wiz Khalifa had a crazy run.
Dude, when we were like
Junior high.
yeah, junior high and high school, bro, Wiz Khalifa was that guy.
Yes.
Like so many people smoke weed because of Wiz Khalifa.
Come on, man. Taylor Gang had people really thinking they was in Taylor Gang.
Literally.
People like,
bro.
I think because of the day-to-day vlogs too. Like people saw dude living, they really wanted to be like Wiz.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I still wear Chucks.
I wanted some Chucks, but my feet are too long for that shit.
They do kind of like, especially the red ones, kind of look like clowns.
Man, bought
crazy.
one pair, never wore them. Took
feel
them
like-
right back.
Taylor Gang kind of brought back like the groups. Like after that, it was like Odd Future, and then like there was all these people starting to click up and make these like big musical groups again. So they kind of died off for a little bit. You know, it was like big artists. Like
Even now, the groups are like, Dipset was a group. You know, they were a rap group. They did all their shows together. They were all on stage at the same time. All their albums came out together.
Facts.
But like Odd Future, like everybody's kind of doing their own thing. And even like Black Hippie, Taylor Gang, this still kind of like, I feel what you're saying. It's still kind of like solo artist focused, but you saw people,
G-Unit.
you saw
It was
people,
50 Cent.
yeah.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You saw people like clicking up, but still like that group thing. The Migos were the last that I can remember that.
Migos!
Suicide Boys. Suicide Boys do like a dedicated group thing.
What about Hollywood Undead? Did y'all fuck with them?
I did
They were
fuck
cool,
with
yeah,
Hollywood. Yeah,
I only
did fuck
listened
with
to
Hollywood
one
Undead.
song because that one song, it was Undead. That's like my favorite song by them ever.
that's just a banger.
It's the hardest song I've ever heard in my life as a kid.
You ever listen to 303?
No.
303 was fire.
There were those trippy rappers too. The
EarthGang?
no, it wasn't Earth. They were like they did like their thing was like they did hella acid and they like made crazy music. And the one guy had like the all black contacts. Oh, I can't think of their name, man. If I pulled up one of their songs, we would all know it.
Damn, now that you said that, imagine if Hobson was in Strange Music coming up.
Dude, Hobson
That
got
little-
blackballed.
He did, for sure. Hell yeah.
Who was that label? It had him, Jared Benton, I think is his name on it. Dizzy Wright.
Dizzy
Right. Is it the wait, Dizzy Wright? Are you talking about Dizzy Wright Futuristic, or that might be a different song? Because I'm thinking of, I guess.
Well, it was like they had like a label. It was Jared Benson, Hobson, Dizzy Wright,
Flatbush Zombies.
Flatbush.
I was gonna say, bro. Yeah.
That wasn't. I don't think that's the Dizzy.
No,
Wright
that's
group.
not-
That's not the
Dizzy
group,
Wright.
but I know
That's
exactly
the-
what they
that's
are.
the
Flatbush is cold
Yeah.
as hell.
Yeah, they were hard. They were hard.
Dizzy Wright was fucking fire. He's got that one song "Reunite for the Night" that I listen to.
But he never really blew up either,
He didn't, bro. It's like
He puts
just-
out like 2-3 albums a year still.
and no one listens to him.
his wave, bro.
Yeah.
It's gone now. Like that. He was like a chill, like smoker vibe type of wave
Yeah.
rapper. That shit is.
And he was talented. Like he
Hell
he
yeah.
brought a lot of interesting elements to his music that people want experimenting with. That
He's got like he reminds me a lot of Currency.
yeah,
Like even like in the way his career's played out, because he's still, you know, Currency's not huge, but he's living.
yeah.
You know, probably making 2-3 mil a year, just doing his thing.
Yeah, you don't gotta do too much.
Chilling. Yeah, that's what do you guys think about the current state of hip hop as of like this day. I know like there's been a few big moments in it recently that have been just fucking awesome to watch. That Pop Out concert was fucking insane.
Okay, yeah, for a fact.
The whole Drake Kendrick beef.
It revitalized the rap. I really didn't give a fuck who won. It just, we had some real rap for once instead of listening to this bullshit we got.
Yeah, and the whole country was tuning into that shit, bro. I remember I was driving out to California whenever Kendrick dropped Euphoria, and it was like this moment. Like I was in the truck fucking trying to find the song. It was like having chills. I was so excited to listen to that shit, and the way it started out, you know, and with that little like monologue in the beginning, it was just like so intense. The way that whole thing played out was crazy.
See, I kind of think of it a little different. I don't think hip hop is necessarily in a bad state. I think what's really going wrong is that a lot of talented artists are too busy trying to hit that niche that like there's a certain sound that is like controlling, is like the main sound, you know what I'm saying? Fact. And there's not enough people that are willing to go out of that. Everyone's trying to everyone's making the same song over and over again,
trying to get on just like how they seen the last person get on.
They hear like Uzi brought, you know, they mixed that rock and rap, but then like everyone tried to be
Uzi. Bro.
Cardi had his thing. Everybody tried to be Cardi.
Facts.
It's like there wasn't enough creativity. It wasn't that hip hop was bad. It was that it lacked creativity. It lacked originality.
There's a lot of wave riding.
Facts.
Even outside of hip hop, the whole kind of culture around fame now is very, very strange. The way even like the news does it, the way they optimize everything for views and clicks and likes and just sensationalism and controversy.
I personally don't listen to a lot of rap music anymore, but I don't like hearing songs about killing niggas, fuck my baby daddy. I don't like songs that really put the black community in a negative view. That's so like, and I feel like a lot of rap music really does that. So I'm kind of falling off from that.
That's the main thing, but that's what sells. So black trauma sells in our world for some reason. Yeah. For whatever fucking reason, whether it's movies, whether it's music, it doesn't matter. Black trauma sells.
So I've had a really hard time like listening to a lot of these like artists who really push that agenda.
Have you guys ever heard that conspiracy about the CIA creating hip hop?
I have.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yes. Is there any like validity to that? You guys know anything about that?
I don't think the CIA created hip hop. Matter of fact, I know they didn't create it.
Yeah,
but they did see a tool that they could use to influence the black youth. And any tool that they, just like when they gave crack to the fucking streets.
Yeah.
You know, it was a tool. Hip hop is a tool to influence the kid, man, and they use it.
Yeah.
They use it.
It was just like, so it's like the weed thing. If you dig deep enough, you can find out that they've been trying to, what is it? Not necessarily say blackball, but they've been trying to basically fuck up the black community. Because if you search anything about weed in like the 50s, 60s, they'll say that if a black man smokes it, he'll go kill a white woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the name? Joe Rogan talks about him all the time. This guy that he owned like a paper company or something. And because weed wasn't illegal until like the 20s or the 30s. And this guy lobbied. The reason that it became illegal was that this, like, you know, be a billionaire today, millionaire back then, lobbied the politicians to basically put a stop to weed because hemp paper was challenging his business.
Everything was done on hemp paper previous. Hemp paper was
the Constitution's written on hemp paper.
Way longer.
Come on now,
Yes.
Yeah, it's wild, and like how to this day it's still not legal everywhere in America.
It's wild how many black people to this day are still in jail while white people are making millions off the weed company.
There's this guy in prison.
That's crazy.
This black dude in prison in Colorado that can look out. He got arrested for selling weed and look out his prison cell window and see a dispensary.
Yes. Dude, it's
like, what?
So I think the main problem is, because I agree with both of y'all, but I think the only technicality they try to throw at people when people say that is, well, when they committed the crime, it was still illegal.
Really?
So I was like, I understand, but at the same time, come on, bro. He's in there for weed and it's legal now. Just let him go.
I mean, the fact
There's
that there
no
was
reason to still keep him locked up.
the fact that there was ever a point in time where, like, even if it was illegal, when you're doing, like, if you're selling weed and you get over 6 months, even 6 months is like crazy.
Right.
But like,
Bullshit.
their guys they got life
Yeah.
for selling weed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that's, even if it is illegal, that punishment is not proportionate to the crime whatsoever.
I got a good one for you. Fuck, marry, kill.
Mm,
Oprah, Lizzo, Rasputia.
that's what I'm talking about.
You say Oprah, Lizzo, Rasputia. Okay. Yo, those 3 names just fucked me up. It's like Rasputia though. I definitely know fuck Lizzo and Oprah for sure.
You got fuck, marry, and kill one.
That boy say fuck, marry, kill. Yo. Yo. Oh my God.
Who's Rasputia?
Definitely
You don't know Rasputia?
Definitely have to kill Rasputia because that's just Eddie Murphy in the suit.
You know Rasputia?
Gotta kill
Oh,
Rasputia.
you gotta watch that.
I seen how she did my man's
Man.
Norbit, bro. Fucked him up.
Norbit, bro, you gotta watch.
Oh, yeah, from Norbit. Okay.
Okay, so that leaves Lizzo and Oprah.
You gotta
And it say, okay,
fuck one and marry one.
Fuck one and marry. Oh, I'm marrying Oprah. She got the billions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take one for the team of
You
Lizzo
taking
one
Lizzo
time.
down.
I don't even like Lizzo, bro, but I take his Oprah the billionaire. I'm married the billionaire. Hell yeah.
All right.
Hell yeah.
I
like
agree with that.
Yeah,
I
I'm
agree with that.
100% on with that one.
Get her pregnant, put her on child support.
What?
What? Fuck yeah. Like what, bro?
All right, I got one. Fuck, marry, kill. Women's volleyball. The WNBA. Danica Patrick, the female NASCAR driver.
Yo, Danica Patrick, GoDaddy.com, yo. That's how I remember her. It's a race car drive.
Not a very good one, apparently.
No, she sucked.
But
It
the
was
best
crazy.
looking one for
I was
sure.
about to say, that's
She won like
one
one or
they're
two
gonna
races, and that was literally. Now, if she came up with social media in the social media way,
Oh, shit, a boom.
she would have boomed. But she just sucked as a driver. It was just because she was the first female to win, and then she was the only female driving.
Right.
But you say, fuck, marry, kill, I have to marry the W because I'm a hooper. Fuck, definitely volleyball. And Danica gotta go. All right.
We're killing the WNBA.
Yeah,
Thank you.
What was the other ones?
Volleyball and
Women's
Danica.
volleyball.
Okay, we're fucking women's volleyball and we're marrying Danica.
See, I'm gonna marry women's volleyball because goddamn,
That's
a
you
lovely-
ain't gotta say no more.
that's a lovely collection of women right
Yeah,
there.
funny, man.
I'm gonna fuck Danica Patrick, and then I'm gonna kill the WNBA because they talk too much.
Sucks, but WNBA sucks.
No!
It's like watching 80s basketball.
What?
Yeah,
80s basketball, there was a lot of fighting.
no athleticism, no fighting.
Wait, okay, I beg to differ on that.
There's a
Okay.
lot of like
This is-
passive aggressive fucking like media slights.
This is the only thing I can say towards the no athleticism thing. Okay, so we understand men and women are created equal. So a woman's body and a man's body are meant to do things that either side are
Yeah.
So I never in my life thought I would see like now today's world. There's more females dunking in the last 5-6 years than there ever was when the first two did it.
I think they should lower the rim to 9 foot.
They don't want to do it because of their egos.
I think they should lower it. That way,
If
that way
they
they're
do
dunking
it,
on each other.
everybody's getting
That's gonna be lit. That would
the
make it
ball's
way
already
more fun.
smaller. So
I think women's basketball, they have to make some drastic changes. They have to. Or women gotta learn how to shoot 45 feet out.
Caitlin
Clark.
I was going to say, have you been watching? Because
I like her.
I was like, even before Caitlin, the thing is, like Diana Taurasi, like a lot of the vets now, they're actually shooting 35 feet, 40 feet. It just never got no TV wave. Like we finally got our Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan.
Yes.
We got Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
In the next 10 years, the W gonna be popular, but not like right now. But
I don't
next 10 years is gonna be popular.
it's going through a drastic change because of what college women's basketball did.
Fuck yeah.
And the popularity that's leaking into the WNBA. But they have to make it more entertaining.
Yeah, they do for sure.
What I find like, because Caitlin Clark's been getting beat up, you know,
But every rookie goes through that.
I was about to say the very
They do
first
kinda pick on
person
her.
to get beat on was Angel, and nobody gave a fuck. She got clotheslined.
I didn't.
Nobody
really? I
gave
didn't
a
see
fuck.
that.
Yeah, she was the very first one to get attacked by anybody.
But she runs her mouth.
It's not that she runs her mouth; she can handle herself. Caitlin Clark is
She's
like
tall.
Steph Curry.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the average height of a WNBA player?
To be honest, it's probably like 5'11". Because you got the freaks who are 6'3", 6'4", 6'7", but there's only like 10 of them. So the rest of the league is literally like 6'2" and below.
5'11's a tall ass
It's
girl.
tall for females. Yeah, hell yeah. Because most of the point guards are like 5'3", and I'm like, they're females. They're not males. Because a 5'3" male in basketball, you're like, the fuck are you doing?
I'd have been in the league.
You put on the wig going crazy.
You know, see, the comments under the WNBA's Instagram page are my favorite thing in the world. I'm addicted to reading them bitches,
We're
bro.
always talking about kitchens. Make a sandwich.
I'm like, yo.
You see
It bothers me.
they'll put it'll be like a picture of Cameron Brink, and then it'll be a bunch of guys like commenting gifs of squirrels climbing a tree.
Yes. Yes. See, this is my dilemma. I don't like the WNBA, but I do respect women giving their all towards something they love.
Yeah, for sure.
But the WNBA is just not fun. It's not good.
I mean, there's gonna be like,
It's getting better.
it doesn't matter what the sport is, bro. Unless it's volleyball, I generally don't have any interest in watching women play sports.
And
I just don't. Like, I don't know. I can't help it. It's just not the same to me. You know?
this is what really bothers me, is the fact that women expect men to hold up the WNBA. Men support the NBA. Women support the NBA like the WNBA like men support the NBA. The WNBA would not be a losing franchise.
That's facts. Yeah, that's facts.
They definitely don't want to accept that fact that their own females don't even support their own league.
They expect men to do it.
And there's they say don't they say there's more females on the planet than males?
I think
Yeah.
it's like,
Like
It's like
isn't there-
51% to 49%. I think that's like,
but in terms of 8 billion, that's
Right.
yeah.
quite a bit.
I wonder if like nature somehow consciously makes that a thing.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like
I'd have to
multiple,
deep dive
it's
into
so
that.
much more normal for multiple women to be with one man than it is for multiple men to be with one woman.
Yes.
At least like in a context like kings be having fucking harems and shit.
Yes. I mean, look at even like the rich, successful men of today. They tend to have like a wife, a mistress, a girlfriend,
Facts.
side hoe. You know what I'm saying? Like
Facts.
they be having multiple women. So it's not even like that king mindset has really gone away.
Yeah.
It's just changed.
There's definitely something biological about that.
Yeah, well, it's the one thing to be the security that a successful man gives to a woman.
If you got men that can give a bunch of bitches security.
Yeah.
A lot of them will be like, fuck it, bro.
Sounds like Nick Cannon.
Oh, he got how many kids?
That boy got so many kids. That's a lot of shit.
His one family tree line is bigger than my whole family tree. he's a prolific breeder.
For real.
Tyreek Hill's like that too. Tyreek
yeah.
Hill had like 3 kids by 3 different women.
He's a humper.
He's a humper.
He's a humper.
He's a humper and a great wide receiver. I'd be a prolific humper if I was a great wide receiver.
Oh man.
I don't think nobody's more prolific than NBA YoungBoy.
Oh, he goes crazy.
Man had 10 kids before he turned 23.
Did he really?
Yes.
Wow.
He has like 10 kids right now.
Did he get extradited back to Louisiana?
I don't know.
You hear they were talking about that?
Might have shit. They've been trying to lock this man up ever since he got out.
Yeah.
They've been on his ass. He hasn't been out of court like he has been in and out of court.
He's on house arrest
since
for
the
him.
very first time he got out.
He's been in Utah forever. I know that.
But before we get too far though, I am going to say this about the WNBA is I would love to see them succeed, but they have to make some changes. I would love to see that. I would love to see it succeed.
I would love to be able to like mute all the WNBA posts specifically on the sports pages that I follow.
I feel like they're trying really hard.
Yeah, they're gonna talk
push
shit.
it. They're trying really hard to push it.
Yeah, I feel like that's like one of the reasons it's risen in popularity too, is just because it didn't get posted about 2 or 3 years ago. So you think like the amount of like difference it's gonna make if you just post about it, you know?
Yes.
Like if if some big podcast clip page just started posting our shit, we'd be popular as hell.
Yeah, that's how it happens.
Without really changing anything.
That's how it happens. Yeah.
But
I mean, that's the world.
Would you ever do shot collar trivia?
Yo, what the fuck? It depends on how hard the shock is.
I don't know. I got a buddy of mine just started doing a podcast, and he had this idea for shot collar trivia, and I was like, that's the most fucking genius thing ever. How do you find people who are willing to do that?
For clout, a lot of people do that.
Well, you know, he's friends with he's friends with Money Boy, so Money Boy just
Not
wow
too
boy.
far off page, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Money Boy.
Shout out Money Boy.
You're a good dude, man. Money Boy's a prolific humper.
He's started down now. He's dating Golly's friend.
No, well, he was a prolific humper.
He was a prolific humper. He's like, as far as white people go, I don't know anybody who has gotten more pussy than that.
I've never seen a white boy pull more black girls than Money Boy. Ever.
Damn, that's saying something.
That's bro. He's a cool dude.
He's a very smooth dude. I know you don't know Money Boy probably, but he's so smooth that we're dedicating minutes of the podcast to talking.
Just talk about
despite the
Boy.
fact that our guest doesn't know him.
Shout out Money Boy.
Smooth dude, bro.
We gotta get him on the pod.
We do. We keep trying to get him on. What the fuck was I gonna say? I don't know, but I have a list of things written down to talk about.
Always reverse to the
Fact.
Y'all know 80% of US dollars in circulation were printed in the past 4 years?
No.
You said how much?
80%.
80%.
It went from like $4 trillion were in circulation to I think 16 trillion now.
Does that have
4
an
years?
inflation?
Yeah,
Yes,
the reason.
Because
That's like what
when
inflation
there's
is.
more dollars, it's
Yeah.
less, it's worth less.
That's like what inflation is basically.
So that's why milk's like $4 a gallon.
Yep.
But that's a part of why milk is $4 a gallon.
A part of the other countries starting to slowly shut us out now.
What about bricks? Y'all familiar with bricks?
Bricks.
A little bit.
No.
The currency that's like a lot of these small.
Yeah, they're like switching from the petrodollar to some countries are.
Yeah.
I've heard that we don't really need to worry about that.
Because it's really small. It's like smaller. The countries that are signing up for bricks for the most part don't have good economies. They're not like big dogs.
Well,
in the fight.
China, Russia, Saudi Arabia, Brazil. There's some big dogs in that bitch. Mexico was even thinking about that.
They're signing the bricks.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been tuned in.
Yeah, I don't know shit about that, so we're gonna move on and switch to a very similar subject that has a lot to do with our last one. What are your long-term goals for your music career?
Shit, man. I really want to get rich with this shit. To be honest, I could care less about the fame, but I know that comes with it. I need somebody to know my name. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of people out here that are local heroes, but never
step past.
You know what I'm saying? Never step past that, and they're comfortable that I don't want to be comfortable being local my whole life.
What Kevin Hart called him? He was like, you a he was like, you a local. Oh my God, a lab. He was like a local ass bitch or something.
Yeah, something like that.
I can't remember what it was.
I definitely see Kevin saying that. It's definitely some Kevin material for sure.
It's St. Louis is a tough city to come out of too, man.
That's why I'm moving back. It's too diluted. Like the shit that's the craziest part is I would say everybody, but the people who have motion out here, they're making kill music. They're making drill, high speed music. They're making trying to kill people music. It's like this music hasn't blown up since 2010, the Chief Keef era. That shit is over and gone now. Nobody has made it out of St. Louis making this music since then. Not even Sexy Red.
Yeah.
The ones that get close end up in jail
or they're dead.
3 Problems used to be 3 whole problems.
They were literally 3 Problems was actually about to be on the double XL shit.
Yeah,
and then the one half
big.
died, and then they said fuck them, we want both. Which was why Huncho can't do shit now. And this man had a feature from Moneybagg Yo that probably nobody knows about.
Right. LA Folk.
And that song is so hard.
Pull up, then I shoot. Jason Tatum.
LA Force
that song would have went crazy if he dropped it this year.
he's been big in St. Louis forever.
He's
But
in jail right now.
He's in jail.
yeah, that is kind of his thing. He keeps going back to
He
jail.
fucked up with Walker, man. He should have stayed with Walker.
Yeah, because he had he's got a really like interesting career to me because he's seems success. Like he seems like he has money.
Oh yeah,
And-
a lot of them do, but it beat from trapping for real.
Yeah,
Be street
yeah.
money.
And like the music kind of launders it.
Yeah.
But LA Fours has some bangers, man.
He does, for sure.
You do kind of wonder why, like what stops the guy? I mean, obviously, aside from going to jail, of course, but
Right.
like even then, a lot of rappers go to jail and blow up.
He's in jail for a while. He's not coming
Oh,
out.
we didn't even mention 30 Deep.
Yeah.
He's in jail too.
He's in jail. He went to jail at the literal peak of
Yes.
his fucking success. Like a fucking dumbass.
Bro, I almost watched what's the last guy's name in Three Problems? Because it was originally three.
Yeah,
or
it was
it
three
just
of
two?
them. Yeah,
And
it
then
was
two of
three.
them died.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one time I was hanging out with Money Boy, and
Oh, wait. I think only one of them died.
One went to jail.
Because Three Problems, Rello been out for a little minute.
Yeah.
okay,
One died.
Yeah,
went to jail.
Rello been out. But
and then the other one went to jail. Or there
I think the other
two-
one's been out.
two
One
of them
died,
out.
one went to jail, and the other one was like trying to hold it up.
yeah.
Okay.
So Huncho was the one that was trying to hold it down. Three Problems, Rello just got out like I think late last year, but he's been out for a while now.
I remember one time, bro, I was with Money Boy, and he had this neighbor who was a very sketchy guy. Ended up stealing some shit from him. I was kind of like, why the fuck do you keep hanging out with this dude? And because you can kind of tell, but we were all going to get some Molly one night, and we go to the hood to get some Molly, which, you know, whatever, we're going to the hood to get some drugs, ain't nothing new. That's where the drugs, that's where a lot of drugs are, you know, we go and get some Molly. But apparently this guy had beef with whichever one it was. I think it was probably Huncho, whichever one held the shit together. Because I know like two of them were out of the picture at the time. This guy had beef with like their clique. Like his gang, the guy that we were with gang that he was in, and then the Three Problems guys clique had beef. And we pull up, and like as we pull like kind of into the neighborhood, dude starts freaking the fuck out. He's like, yo, I can't be here, bro. And Money Boy's just like, bro, stop tripping, it's fine. And I'm sitting here thinking like, bro, like I feel like we probably shouldn't be here. You know, it's like if this is like a gang thing, you know, like we don't want this dude to get caught out here. If anything,
With us.
we're with him. Yeah, with us.
Facts.
And like, so we pull up, and it's the Three Problems guy and like a couple other dudes that we're getting the drugs from. I don't know how the fuck Money Boy knows. But they come to the car, and dude's like in the back seat, like got his hood up, and he's just like he's looking into his phone, you know, trying not to show his face. And I see like to the right of him, he's got it strapped, and I'm like, it was just a crazy moment because it was like this close from some shit going down, and I'm just a fucking white boy in the hood trying to get some Molly. You know?
Just trying to geek up.
But yeah, man, St. Louis it's weird in that sense because you see, I just feel like the community, even the community that we kind of came up in, like me and Echo, a lot of the shows that would go down, there was like the guys from Illinois kind of stuck together.
Right.
And then we'd like run into people in St. Louis, but there wasn't a whole lot of back and forth collaborating going on.
Right.
There wasn't a whole lot of like new, like real friendships being built.
Facts.
It was kind of cliquey, and I feel like in a place like LA, the intentions are like everybody's trying so hard to make it and be creative. It's a lot easier to kind of integrate with people, and people are a lot more willing to do things for you. But at the same time, you get like a lot of really fake people in cities where people are trying to generate fame, and that was like
money off of you.
yeah.
Facts.
And that was one of the reasons, like, because I used to take rap pretty seriously, and eventually it got to the point where I kind of had to think about, like, well, am I the type of person who's really going to make a career out of talking about how cool he is? Probably not. You know, it's just like it was weird because like I'd rap about shit and the songs would be good, but I wouldn't be doing.
So you didn't feel like it was real.
Yeah, I didn't feel like it was. I felt like some things were real, but I have a lot of like filler bars about fucking your bitch, and I'm not fucking my bitch on purpose, and like, you know, just like other like rapper shit, you know. And it was very strange. Like I felt trying to draw attention to myself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But then we started doing the podcast, and it's not hard for me to promote the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cool with like telling people like, hey, look at this shit. But like when it was rap, for some reason, I just had like a really difficult. Maybe it was just because I was doing it by myself. You know, it's easier like when you're with a team, I guess, to kind of be like, look at us.
Yeah, but I do feel like the podcast is a lot more authentic to self because you're not trying to make a vision of yourself. You are just being yourself.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to paint a picture of who I am. This is who I am on a camera. Mm-hmm. So it's more like true self, like true picture of who you are.
Who have you collaborated with anybody locally? Do you have like kind of a clique that you make music with? Or
So during the pandemic, I actually was hustling real hard since we was on lockdown. I had my mobile studio going, so I was just going around recording people. But like as far as like a clique, only people, all my homies that do music, they pretty much got their own setups and stuff now, or they branch out. But like, so it would be, we call our shit the neighborhood, because you know the neighborhood by the milk factory in O'Fallon. That was I
didn't live in no apartments.
Damn, bro, when?
Bro, 2000. I can tell you, I was in first through. I was kindergarten through third grade when I lived over there.
Okay, yes.
I went to Laverna Evans.
I used to buy Reggie.
Never would have seen you over there. Because I was over there, but I didn't actually start meeting people over there until like maybe 6th, 7th grade.
I lived on the second floor of the apartment across the street from the milk factory. The big red apartment.
I know exactly what you.
Yes, bro.
Bro, they stayed next door to me there because that's where you remember Daryl Cockle, right?
Was he younger than me?
Daryl's the same age as you.
Daryl.
Tall as shit.
Kind of guy. He dark skin with the low haircut.
He's not even dark skin no more, but probably the last time you seen him because he was in the military probably when he had that shit.
Damn, I'm bro, so bad. Pull a picture.
Yeah, bro, I'm saying like, bro, you definitely know him for sure.
But yeah, I lived over there for like 3 years, straight up.
For those of you who don't know O'Fallon like that, we went to a very like affluent kind of predominantly like well-to-do white school, and they were fucking terrified of this place.
It was like the one.
It was like the one place in O'Fallon.
The one hood in O'Fallon.
Those are the only government housings in O'Fallon.
It was very small. It was like 5 or 6 apartment buildings.
Yeah, it was like one neighborhood. That's it.
Drastically different than the rest of the city.
That's facts.
I used to buy do you know a white dude named Caleb who lived in that neighborhood, sold Reggie?
Wait. You said a white dude
named Caleb.
Probably. I'm not even gonna lie. Back then, shit, when I was young, that was the drug spot. Like, there was so many raids, people got killed out there, all type of shit.
Yeah, shit went down.
Something happened in O'Fallon, that's where it happened.
Yeah,
that's why we was like, man. See, and the crazy thing is, a lot of the people that lived in that neighborhood weren't even from O'Fallon.
Facts.
They were all from the low income cities. So that's why we was just like, this is really the ghetto. The ghetto. It was ironic. It was down the street from the.
Down the street from the high school.
From the jail.
From downtown.
Yeah. So he stayed in that building too. That's how we became friends.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Bro. So I stayed in the house. You know that one street on the State Drive that has like 4 or 5 houses and then the apartments around it?
Yes.
I stayed in the very first one.
Bro, I
lived in that house my whole life.
First apartment complex. Milk factory apartment complex. Goes to the street that comes down. The red apartment complex. I was in the second floor, second apartment.
Facts. Yeah, see, I just, that's crazy. See, but yeah, to not jump away from that, but the people who I record with probably we went so far, but it's like
I'm surprised you remembered it. I was gonna really try to bring it back.
I'm really good at multitasking. So let's see, my boy Sosa Rod, my boy Meezy, my boy JC. It was a couple other niggas I used to make music with, but I don't fuck with them no more. It's the pandemic make you see their true colors, all type of shit. So
Pandemic did a lot, bro.
Yeah.
It did.
Brought the real out of a lot of
Yeah, but other than that though, I pretty much record just if they want to record, they can record. But now since we're older now and shit now, because I actually shut down my studio for a couple years where I was just recording myself, nobody else, because I was in between cribs and shit during the pandemic, and shit was getting hard type shit. So I'm like, let me shut this down. Let me just go grind, get my new spot, and then I'll open it back up. So now I'm like 75, 80% back opening it up. So like my new studio, because I got a 2-bedroom, so my other room is the game room, man cave / studio. And the way I tricked it out, even now it looks hard as shit.
That's how mine is. If it wasn't so dirty, I'd show you. I got all my laundry in there.
Fast, bro, I swear to God, I had clothes in that motherfucker for like 6 months, and I didn't want to take them out. It's like, bro.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, other than that though, yeah, so I we got a close circle. So I can count probably maybe barely on 2 hands how many people I actually still fuck with as far as like the music wise. And it's usually just my homie shit, but I got a couple collabs. I don't know when we gonna drop the projects, but I got a collab with this female rapper. She's from Madison, but she's out in Nebraska right now. Her name is Vibe with Nas. Nas the Vibe.
Okay.
We got this banger, but we gotta change her hook because the song is dope, but the Diddy shit came. And the way her bars was, we go together bad, Miami and Diddy. Don't want clout because when I blow, I'll be in Miami with Diddy, which is a hard bar.
But now it's like,
We can't put that out. Otherwise, that song would have been out, and I promise you, it would have definitely.
Diddy don't want you, girl.
Yeah, that song is fucking hard, bro. And it's like I don't want to lose that type. That's why, like, she's cool as fuck. We got plenty of projects that we already still working on, but it's not even her. It's just like that's probably the main reason why I don't work with a lot of artists out here, just in case shit don't go.
Yeah.
Or they try to trick you or try to play you out of money, and it's just like I'd rather work by myself unless it's somebody I trust.
Yeah, it's weird. Rap especially is like that. You kind of get a lot of elements of that in every business, but with rap, it's just because it can elevate to some straight shit. Like it's the only job where people will try to rob you in a way that's like armed robbery. Like
Facts.
in other fields, it's like fucking you over on a deal or something. This is like I'm gonna point a gun at you and take your whole fucking studio or whatever it is. It can be tricky, like finding people to work with in that regard.
Yeah.
This is what I went on a tangent earlier. I was going to try to bring into this question, and I forgot it. But how do you stay true to yourself while also trying to grow an audience?
It's hard. I ain't gonna lie. Because at times I want to be like, shit, do I got to just make bullshit to get my name out there like everybody else? And it's just like,
I got those same thoughts.
But the people who fuck with me and listen to me be like, nah, don't do that because you're going to reach the audience you're supposed to. You're not meant for this audience that's making people famous. Like, your audience will come to you eventually.
Yeah.
So it's like battling that shit, but I don't think I'll ever break. But there was times where I definitely wanted to just be like, fuck, let me just make some bullshit.
Yeah.
And see where it goes.
We've had similar discussion with the podcast a lot, just like in the last podcast, we had a pretty fucking
Crazy
funny conversation. We were like, it was like, bro, plenty of people want us to talk about rape.
Crazy. That part's not out yet, is it?
No, not on YouTube. It's on Spotify though. Spotify and streaming and shit.
I will understand when you see the conversation.
But it's like because we say wild shit, but you can kind of apply this to anything. We say wild shit, and a lot of people are gonna hate that, but it's kind of like who we are, who I am especially, and like. So there's like always this tempting, like, damn, is somebody gonna like resurface these clips and try to ruin my career when this shit goes? But that is something that I found, like, as somebody who creates shit, you have to remind yourself constantly, is that because it's not, if you're a grifter, bro, if you just go with the wave, it's not sustainable at all. It's not sustainable at all. You don't build
either way.
Yeah, you don't build a loyal fan base. You know, as soon as the wave changes, if you don't change with it, you fizzle. And even then, when you change with it, like people, they want the new people already anyway because they're not loyal to you. You know, they have no like emotional investment in you as an artist, no emotional investment.
And why Drake lasts so long?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's not even necessarily the wave. He just goes straight to the next hottest artist.
Yeah, he does. He does a very unique thing because he adapts to the industry and the culture as far as his sound goes. Like he doesn't. You know, a lot of guys are kind of like against new rappers that are coming up. You know, they'll be talking to like, this new shit, this is some bullshit. And like Drake kind of embraces it, but he still drops just as much music where he's Drake. And you know he's Drake because we've known Drake forever.
Yeah.
Drake does a great job of trending while being like, Drake's thing is he emotionally connects through his music. He does a great job at being new while still being Drake. Like you're always gonna get that. Ooh, I felt that. Like that song he did with what's Four Bats.
Facts.
It was brand new style, but the shit he said, I could always imagine Drake saying.
Yeah, the shit like some of his lyrics, bro, are just so simple, but they make you think in a way that like a Kendrick.
It's emotional.
Yeah. It's very, and I don't give a fuck who writes the shit. Shit's hard.
Facts.
I kind of like, I don't know. It really depends on what you're rapping about. Because there is something when you're like trying to position yourself as a rapper specifically, where you got like other people writing shit for you. It kind of like, you know, you can't really like, it's weird. It's very weird.
Isn't the GOAT rapper, but he's one of the greatest
artists.
He does a great job of producing art. And that's really where I draw the line.
And yeah, and like, because like whenever the shit came out about him using ghostwriters, I was like, this shit is still hard as fuck. Yeah. Like I still like this song.
And the proof's out there. Like people drop their tracks and they give to Drake, and it's like, yeah, he definitely stole your song. But like,
yeah, it's sometimes he it's not like he does that with every song, you know. Yeah, it's a very strange, but like a lot of rappers do that shit now. And like there is like this kind of weird like thing that kind of, you know, there's like one side of it that's like this is you know, competition as a rapper, and then there's one side where it's like let's just put dope art out into the world. One more question before we get off here. I think you got to get going soon, right?
Yeah.
All right, one more question. Who won the fucking beef?
Tell it how it is.
Okay, so if we're gonna go off popularity of favorites, to be honest, it seems like the culture decided Kendrick won, but like I really didn't give a fuck who won. It's just I was happy rap was back. Yeah. So, but if I really got to name a winner, it's probably the first one Drake lost.
Yeah.
You can say he lost to Pusha, but Pusha, to me, he was just on some gossip and shit. He wasn't really trying to rap against Drake. He was on some, I can't out rap you, so this is what I'm gonna do. You got a hidden kid, and it's by a white woman, and I'm gonna make fun of you for it.
And him and Drake and Kendrick both kind of had that element in the last one. But like, there was a lot of gossip. I don't think any of like the really crazy shit they said about each other can be verified.
I don't even think they don't like each other. I think they just
for views.
I think they just did it for the culture.
I can see it. But Kendrick's fucking victory lap was insane.
Yeah,
it was.
That victory lap was awesome. That concert was incredible, bro.
Drake definitely can't do that.
No.
Tell the people where to find you, man.
So y'all can find me on Instagram. I got a couple pages. What the hell _Nick, or you can go NMG _OnTheTrack. That is pretty much NMG on the track is all my other socials. So other than the one Instagram, you can find me everywhere. NMG _OnTheTrack, or just NMG on the track.
It's what the hell Nick with a K, right? NIK?
Yep.
What the hell, Nick? I appreciate you coming on, bro.
Oh yeah. Appreciate
long time coming,
man.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, everybody. Fuck you guys.